Hello, my name is Kevin Howard, and I'm the host of Breadcrumbs, a podcast for people who know it's not working. Welcome to the YouTube cut for episode 33, When More is Not Better. In this YouTube cut, you're going to get a condensed version of the full episode. And after you listen to this condensed version, I hope your appetite will be whet enough that you'll want to hear the rest of the episode. Because that's where we get the breadcrumbs that can lead us to a new way forward. But for now, sit back and enjoy this YouTube cut of When More is Not Better. So, in this conversation, I'm directing our attention to the relentless desire that we've been encouraged to feel for more. It is something we grew up with. Now, most of us listening to this podcast, participating in this conversation, grew up here in the United States. And so we can draw on that shared experience to see if we can see our way through how we find ourselves in this place where this relentless desire for more, to aspire to be better, has led us to this moment. It's important that we draw on these shared experiences because so many of us feel isolated in the senselessness of it all. And I'm hoping that by the fact that I feel it and you feel it and we grew up together in it, that we can use that common resource to see if we can navigate our way out of this situation we find ourselves in. Because from the time of our births, we have been marketed, advertised, and propagandized into believing that our cup is always half empty. And in that encouragement, no matter how much money we have, no matter how well we have done, no matter who we are always being sold and encouraged with the idea that there is a better version of ourselves and that we can obtain it if we work a little harder and a little smarter. And so this puts us on the grind. And no matter how much we achieve, it's never enough. We gain satisfaction. Yes, we gain satisfaction from every victory that we achieve. No question. But we hardly give ourselves the time to enjoy that before the next victory is upon us or the next challenge is upon us. Because every outside influence is to tell us that enough is never enough. This is at the heart of the more is always better virtue of life in America. And so you need to ask yourself, based on your lived experience, are you better off living by this notion that more is always better? That you will be better off if you continue to aspire for more? Is this working out well for you? No matter where you are. Maybe perspective might be helpful. You have parents, older family members, friends who might be from a previous generation. If you haven't done so already, I invite you to talk to them. I'm 60 years old and I'm your friend and I'm your neighbor. And I'm telling you, based on my life experience, I am not better off after 60 years, after 40 years of adulthood, in the more is better. I was much better off 30 years ago than I am today. How about you? And for people who are in our socioeconomic class 40 years ago, 30 years ago, 50 years ago, are we better off? No, Not even close. And the thing is, that reality is true not only in our lives, but it's true in the life of our nation. Look at America today. We remain, by GDP, the wealthiest nation in the world. Yet, what is America's standing in the world today compared to where it was when we grew up? Is America better off today? Is America more respected today than we were 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago? No, no. And yet, America is wealthier than it's ever has been. Okay. So, what this episode of Breadcrumbs is all about is getting us to realize that the more is better is not serving us. And we need a new standard. We need a new standard for our lives, and we need a new standard for our country that leads us to a place that actually is better, makes us better off, makes our society better off, makes our world better off. So, not a complex episode, but a critically important episode, because where is this not getting better off leading us? The tragedy is it's breaking us. Too many of our neighbors are choosing between paying their rent and eating less. Too many of our neighbors no longer have access to the primary means of building wealth in America, and that's home ownership. Our nation is becoming a pariah nation where our longest standing allies are looking at us sideways. And if that's not bad enough, the enemies that we have made for ourselves are only getting stronger in a context where we're not getting stronger. So, more is better is leading us to catastrophe. More is better is leading us to a breakdown of our communities, of our society, of our democracy, of our economics. And so we have to figure out a new standard. And so that is what this episode is about. Join me in the full episode. Click the link down below. Consider joining the Breadcrumbs Patreon community as a standard member. It only costs $10 a month. But for your $10, you'll not only get free gifts, which are valued at over $20 right now because they're on sale on Amazon, but you'll get all the full episodes where we will draw on our shared experience and our shared humanity to make sense of this world. You will get full email access to me, where we will be able to deepen the conversation, and you will be able to inform me about topics that are impacting your life that should be the source of future episodes. And if you are so inclined, and I invite you to do so, you will be able to come on the podcast and we will be able to have discussions talking about the steep wisdom of your experience, the steep wisdom of my experience, so we can help each other make sense of this crazy pulp fiction world. Thank you for your time. Check out the full-length podcast, join the community, and I will see you next time in the conversation.